The Last of Us, the finale. It's officially done. Season 1 is over. They announced Season 2. Welcome to IJustWatched. I'm Joseph. You know this. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen the end of it. I mean, if you know the game or played the game, then you know the end of it. But just in case you didn't, there's your warning. Like I said in the previous episode, talking about episode 8, I do enjoy this show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the events. I love, and I've said it I think every single time, the amount of respect or the level of attention to detail to the game to bring certain moments to life on screen, almost to a T. I really enjoyed that. You know, like in this one, the giraffe moment was beautiful. You can see the true, genuine like love. Like that's his new daughter, so to speak, without calling her that. And that's her new papa. It's mi padre now, again, without saying it so directly or so like in your face. So I really like that build. I love the connection. I think everyone in the show killed it. The flashback we get in the beginning caught me off guard. I thought it was, for one, it was cool because OG Ellie, the original actress or voice actress, I thought that was cool. And the fact that she gave birth to the live action Ellie, it was kind of neat. So I like the way they were able to include her and still have her be a part of it, just in a different way. Don't remember that ever happening in the game, like meeting her mother. So it's been a minute since I've played it. So if that did happen or there's like a moment similar, let me know. Or was that for the show, or was it like a show original item? I wasn't 100% sure, so I figured I'd ask y'all wonderful folk. I really enjoyed the show. I thought the show as a whole was it was really good. It was intense. It was enjoyable. It made me care for it. It made me feel nostalgic, and it made me want to play the game again because it's been a minute. However, realizing now that it's done and over with, there are like no infected in this series. I mean, yes, it was episode 3. No. It was episode 4 when you get like the bloater and the horde, and then episode 2 with the clickers. But that was it. We don't really get any more infected. We don't really see them like. In the video game, they're everywhere. What I like is how they brought the characters to life and how they, you know, told the story. But honestly, I felt now sitting back and like thinking about each episode and such, part of it felt like they rushed through the journey, which the journey itself is, yes, that's the meat of the game, but like that's the funnest part, to see their interaction and to deal with not just the loot, because I get it, TV drama, you get the most out of this. Oh shit, like that's another human, like I don't want to kill them, but they're monsters. Are they evil? Like, you know, like humans' reaction to this scenario, to this post-apocalyptic world. I wanted to see the infected. I wanted to see some more like the runners and such like that, and it didn't hit me right away. But because the first, you know, like I said, we got the clickers, like oh shit, clickers, and then we got the bloater and the horde. I was like, oh shit, and I expected to see more of that. I wanted to kind of get more of them two on the road, trying to, you know, get supplies at certain times just to keep surviving, or dealing with, even if it was just a couple infected and having to move and maneuver. I think that's really what's missing from this, because just going through it again, there's very little interaction with infected outside of like those 2 big moments in episode 2 and 4, if I remember correctly. Outside of that, there's not really a whole lot of interaction with infected, so that like kind of bothered me. Also, wasn't a huge fan of how they glazed over the final firefight when Joel takes on the hospital to save Ellie for selfish reasons, because he loves her. It's his little girl now, that's his daughter, and he's not willing to lose her, even if it means costing the world or whatnot. They also made him seem like super evil in these last 2 episodes, like malicious. Like it felt if they were trying to push us towards this idea, because again, spoiler warning if you haven't played the second game, they want us to be okay with the fact that he's going to die horribly in the second season, because that's how it goes down in the game. This last fight when he's going through the hospital wrecking folk, I would have liked to see a bit more of that action sequence. Like all the action throughout this really gets kind of glazed over, or audio cuts out and they just push through it real quick, and they started to hit me at the final episode. I was like, man, we really did skip a lot of the action to this action adventure. Are you excited for season 2? I think season 2 as a show can be crazier because of the story and the level of craziness that is the story for the second game, with the 2 different perspectives, the revenge on top of revenge, and like that can make for a great show, you know, that story alone, because it's so crazy. But now I'm like, man, they really kind of gave me a great show, but they dropped the ball on the action adventure portion of what this is based on, versus or surviving infected and the firefights and having to actually have these brutal fights. Because I mean, Joel mowed everyone down in the hospital like nothing. And homeboy didn't even look like he was taking cover. He was just kind of walking around like dead. I get the Terminator on a mission part, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of how they just kind of just glazed over and then just all these bodies and kind of gave you this Joel's a vicious monster feel. I want to hear your thoughts, comments, questions, concerns. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the show? How do you feel about the episode? Are you excited for season 2? Let me know. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well, con mucho amor. Adios.